most, Doctor.
I love big titties.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey. I don't know why I always do that. I don't feel as
Don't
natural.
dream it. So that's where my head was going.
That's why I do it. But like I've done that a couple times because I don't feel as natural as you doing the hey now thing. It's just like I feel like it's your thing. So like when I do it, I'm like, this isn't my thing. Like I feel like I'm robbing Christian of
That's cool.
thing.
You got to lean into it. That's all it is. Hey now. Give him a little rumble at the end. Because I'm thinking about them in the, no matter how often like I do this, I always think radio. So I'm thinking like the car ride, it's dark outside, and that rumble of the hey now. I wanted to rumble those car speakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, somebody's probably listening right now in their car, and it probably worked. You probably did it.
I hope so. That's the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so Christian, have you recovered from Saturday night yet? That was pretty wet and wild over there.
I had a great time, dude. It was a great show. The audience was pandemonium all night. Every time I thought Brandon would go right, he went left. And now his newest thing is 28 years later is like the greatest film of all time. Like he won't stop. Like he loves it. I mean, I'm not kidding. Like he messaged me, he might have messaged me this morning or the day before or something. It might have been last week when he saw it, but he was like, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with people. This film, dude, it is brilliant. The ending rocked the house. And I will say this, now that I was brought up to speed on the implications of this being some British PDF file, whether they're like gonna hint at it or not, like it does reel me back in a little bit, but that doesn't change how I felt the night I saw it. So I wouldn't like re-review the film or anything, but he loved it. He loved that part. Like, and he didn't know anything about that. And I'm just like, no, dude, like, you know, there's From Dusk Till Dawn where the movie changes halfway through, but don't give me an AC/DC concert and then close the show with fucking, Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Like, no, people would riot. Like, you can't do that. So, I think that's how most people felt.
Yeah, but it's not even just the ending for me. It's like we talked about it a couple weeks ago when it came out. It was like when they met Ralph Fiennes' character, like the doctor, the tone of the movie just like totally shifted. And I didn't really dig it. Like Aaron Taylor Johnson wasn't really in the movie anymore. And, it became this somber thing. And it had a lot to say. And I guess I appreciate that and respect that. But at the same time, like I much preferred the like Spike and Aaron Taylor Johnson shit and like that coming of age story. And like, I really dug that. And then this was like, oh, kid, your mom's dying, so I'm going to go cook her, and then we'll put her skull somewhere. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's just really like tonally, it was a shift, man.
It was kind of like the movies kind of felt like the first movie in the beginning, the second entry in the middle, and then the third entry at the end. It really felt like, which, I definitely want to buy it and I definitely want to rewatch it, because what really won me over, and I remember telling Sydney about this, she didn't go to the theater to see it. She's just like, I'll just see it at the house, But I remember, because we love Silent Hill, both of us love it. So I remember telling Sydney, I was like, they got these fat, they look like the only thing missing was the bell going off, but these things look like they were Silent Hills. I loved it, and they were crawling. And I was like, oh, it freaked me out. I was in love with that. That was my favorite part of the movie, was those things. Mm-hmm. And I wish we would have got a little bit more of that, because that was scarier to me than than Jason Momoa running around, Although that was a good scene too. But I mean, those fat, like, otherworldly things, God, that rocked the house to me. I loved it.
They were like,
but that's my style. Yeah, they were
like
crawlers
from Call of Duty zombies. blow their legs off so you can go pack a punch and you leave crawlers. Like I dug it, man. I mean, I definitely liked it more than definitely Weeks. I don't know. I mean, I was under the impression that I liked Weeks better than Days for like years. And when I went back and rewatched both of them the week this one came out before I went and saw it, I was like, no, Days is better. Like Days is definitely better than Weeks. And you know, I feel like it takes some getting used to because it looks like shit. Like it really does. And when I did my review for years, I had like 2 or 3 people being like, imagine saying that 28 Days Later looks like shit. And I replied to all of them and I was like, tell me it doesn't. Like it may be a good movie, but like, dude, it looks like ass. Like it is.
It does. Yeah. I don't know why that's a controversial thing to say. You know, number one, oddly enough, I did rewatch Weeks as well. I thought it was okay. There were moments I really liked when the girl was going through the pizzeria, you know, and they had that skeleton in the back, which was pretty cool. But I think I think I like the newest one the most. But even then, I enjoy the new one, but I definitely am just like, we'll see. But yeah, I'm still not big on Days, and Weeks is all right. And you know what? That's fine. I mean, I accept it. Somebody sent me a link, maybe it was a month ago, and they were like, Christian, check this out. It was like some ranker, whatever website. And it was which is also funny because people get mad at me when I call them zombies. I mean, give me a break. I get it.
They're
In
fucking
fact,
zombies.
whatever.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Let's argue about, there's a lot more important things. But somebody sent me a list from Ranker or whatever website it was, and it was the top 10 greatest zombie films of all time. Number 1 was 28 Days Later, and Night of the Living Dead was like number 7. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, come on, give me a break here.
No, yeah,
you know? But people love 28 Days Later. What can you say? They love it.
They do. It's never been my thing. I mean, you know, I'm not big into zombie movies, but like some of my favorite zombie movies are like 04's Dawn of the Dead, Fulci's Zombie, obviously Return of the Living Dead. I don't know. I feel like it's just never been my subgenre. And I don't think that Days and Weeks are particularly that strong. You know, I would agree with you. Years was probably my favorite of the 3. But even then, it's just a franchise that I'm like, whatever. You know, I'm happy that there's a fan base out there for it. And I'm happy they got their 3rd movie after years. You know, that's awesome. But I don't know. I'll go see the next one too. You know, does it make you worry at all that they're dropping it in January? Like,
I'm just you know, my expectations are very tempered. What do you expect? What are we to expect this time? I mean, seriously, I think a lot of people are going to be thinking they're going to get more of the same of the first one, and then they're going to get something totally different, maybe. So I'm just trying to, you know, I'm not trying to even prep at all for it or think about it much. It just is. What is it? It's even got a title, right? It's called
The
Skull
Bone Temple.
I got news for you. I got news for everybody out there. You know, this thing may have Everlast on the soundtrack. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so
Good luck. No, I mean, I'll be there. You'll be there. Like, you know, most people are going to go see it. And I hope that ending wasn't just random. And I hope it actually does play into the next movie like they say it's going to. And I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most is that they said Cillian Murphy's in the next one. He's finally coming back. And I love him as an actor. So like, I'm like, yeah, okay.
You think it'll just be 5 or 10 minutes at most, probably?
Probably, because they said the 3rd movie that they haven't shot yet is going to be his movie. He's just going to get reintroduced in the next one. So
that would probably be good then.
It'll probably be like the fucking very end, dude. It's like, oh, Cillian Murphy, and it's over. Come see the 3rd one.
Like, yeah, kind of like Luke Skywalker and well, it was the first one, right? That was
no, that was the episode 7, the very end. Yeah, he's on the mountain, yeah, he's on turns around. Yeah. Yeah, like, oh.
Turned around, he's like, what the fuck y'all doing here? Maybe Cillian will be the same way. Yeah. Y'all brought this shit here?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they weave him back into it, because like he really was just kind of like a guy. Like he wasn't like just a guy that was caught in the middle of this. He wasn't, you know, I'm sure bringing him back, he's just still alive. Yeah. Maybe he's like the head of some group. I don't know, but you know, I'm gonna give it a chance.
Yeah, they're I'm trying to think of what else is going to be coming up in the theater. I know I want to see not horror, but I'll just say it. I know Ninja Turtles is going to be coming in August or September. They're going to do the original. and they're gonna have behind the scenes stuff. Chainsaw Massacre's playing on 18th. I can't wait for
18th.
that.
Yeah, my brother and I,
And
when we went and saw, what did we just see? I Know What You Did Last Summer, and they showed the trailer for TCM Day, August
oh
18th, and
man,
he goes, "Is that the original?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. They put it out on the day."
yeah, I'm gonna see that, and I'm gonna see Jaws if I can. I want to see Jaws, but I tell you, man, me and Sydney, um, we went and saw the original Friday in the theater. Blew me away seeing that movie on the big screen, and really not just that. I mean, just a lot of these old movies, man, they're gorgeous. You really get to see what they look like when they're that big and they're in 4K. It was something else, man.
Yeah,
It was really cool. So I've been enjoying just trying to I want to see more of these old movies in the theater if I can. I wish they would kind of have theaters that just do, maybe they do, but not around me. Just kind of like a fun little theater, like a retro theater. You could see what every other day is an anniversary, right? We're gonna play
yeah.
Dream Warriors tonight. Come back in 2 days. We're playing we're playing Psycho 2. Imagine that. Or we're gonna play Fast Times at Richmond High this weekend. Oh God, I'd have a blast.
We'd have a lot less money in our pockets because
You
yeah,
know?
yeah. But no, I mean, there is a new movie coming out in a week or so that I'm actually really
Together,
intrigued.
right?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Shit, bro. I saw a little bit of the trailer of that, and I said, you know what? It actually looks pretty damn good. It kind of looks like Society or some shit,
It's
you
supposed to
know?
be a body horror movie, and
Yeah.
I'm digging the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna go see it. Everybody, I think it's screened at South by Southwest in the spring, so a bunch of reviewers got to see it back in the spring. And Cody Leach has been talking it up since back then, and he just did a video the other day about like his top 10 of the year so far, and he has it at number 2, and he's like, y'all see this in a couple weeks, but it's that damn good. Like, and I'm like, dude, I can't wait.
Oh, I think it's Neon, and they got a fairly good batting average at this point. I don't remember how much stuff I've seen from them or was really conscious of them before Long Legs. But ever since then, I saw that. Then I saw the Monkey. I like the Monkey. Well, we watched the Monkey again. When I got my, I thought it was pretty fun.
Mhm.
I still like the Monkey. So I'm ready for Neon. Like I said, if they get Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you ain't gonna hear a peep out of me.
No,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
who I want to get it. I want them to get it. Like
I'll
that's
be totally fine with that.
no.
So I'm
When
a
we were
number one.
on,
I would have zero complaints.
didn't you say Paramount would be your number one?
Paramount would be my number one, but it's in terms of the machine promoting it and getting it out there and making it as big as possible. But if you ask me who would make the best movie, it's subjective. But if I had to place a bet, it would probably, believe it or not, A24. Like they're not what I think. The A24, I think of, weird shit. I don't think Texas Chainsaw Massacre is weird. That's pretty straightforward. So I think Neon would do a journeyman's job. I think Paramount would, but yeah, I wouldn't. A24 would be at the bottom of my list, to be honest with you. If not the
Same. No,
bottom, pretty
Netflix.
near the bottom.
Netflix would be the bottom for me.
You know
Not
what I'm
because
saying?
whether you liked 2022 or not, it's just like I don't want to see these things go to Netflix. They don't get physical releases. They a lot of times they're just pumped and dumped. Like
It
it's
zaps the
just
fun out of it. Not everything is an Adam Sandler film where they're doing the Subway cups and stuff for the Happy Gilmore 2. They
Mhm.
don't. That's a rare case where Netflix has a little fun and lets the audience kind of let it become a part of their life for a while. Where they'll have memories of like, oh, I remember that when they were promoting Happy Gilmore 2, which I'm excited for that. I'm not thinking it's gonna be that great, but you know. But other than that, I remember when TCM hit, it wasn't even on the home screen. I had to go search the damn thing. The night
Mhm.
it premiered, I had to search it.
Mhm.
Didn't even show up on the home screen.
Yeah, and
So
they released the trailer like a couple weeks before it premiered. I mean, there was
yeah, it
almost
was,
no promotion for it. It was just like, here it is.
you
Go
know,
watch it. Yeah.
they got a low batting average with me, Netflix. I don't get along with them. So
No, no. Stranger Things is about it for me. And that final season will be at the end of this year. And then I might take a break from Netflix, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I might stop my subscription. At least for a
it's
while.
there's not a whole lot for me on there. Some of their documentaries are great, but there's a
Mhm.
lot of great documentaries out there now. And
Yeah.
with Stranger Things, I I'm excited for that too. I'm glad that it's coming out post Halloween. Give me a little something to look forward to. I am very excited about Hell House Lineage.
That's getting a theatrical release, isn't it?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I can't wait. I'm very nervous though, because it's not found footage. But I trust the director. Maybe he thinks he couldn't top Origins. I don't know.
Do you think it'll play over in Shreveport? Because I'm assuming it's going to be a limited release.
I'm sure it's gonna get the Cinemarks will get it. It may be a 1 or 2 night thing, kind of like, I mean, listen, we got Late Night with the Devil, and that was probably the same thing, a Shudder movie. So yeah, we'll get it here. And we got In a Violent Nature, and they played that over there. So I'm sure I'll be able to see it. I tell you, man, that was 2023. I swear to God, Origins was my favorite horror film of the year. Loved it. So I am pins and needles, but not being found footage. I'm nervous, man. I really am. Just like,
same director
shit.
though, right? Same director.
He did all of them, and he just kind of, from what I understood, he basically said this story cannot be found footage. It has to be what's the word? For lack of a better word, he had a different word, but it has to be a movie,
more cinematic. Yeah.
So I don't know, man, but all I know is Origins was fucking great. So
when does that come out?
September, I think. I could look it up.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you about another movie coming out in September that I'm just not seeing any hype for. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not very hyped for it either. I don't know how to feel. Dude, you went and saw I Know What You Did Last Summer. So you probably saw the trailer for The Conjuring 4, right?
I did, August 20th. And I'm going to tell you something. The trailer had me won over.
I feel like
I thought it was a good trailer.
I think it looks like a lot more of the same of the third one, man.
Well, but I thought the trailer for 3 was good.
Yeah,
I thought the story was good. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this guy kind of took some notes. I don't know. But yeah, I thought the trailer looked pretty damn good for this one.
I mean, I'm gonna be there opening night. I love The Conjuring. The first 2 movies are just like all-timers for me, but I was really let down by the third one. I think the third one has the best story. It just wasn't scary.
It clearly does. It clearly has the best story. It's a great story.
It just wasn't scary. And I'm like, and it's without James Wan. And then they bring this guy back to direct it again. And I'm like, can he create some scares? Like, I don't know. A good story is great. And if it's a good movie, then whatever, it's a good movie. But like, I want to get scared again. But I'm starting to wonder, is this just because it's like getting older, dude? Like nothing really scares you? Like I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I really think it's just the way it's done, man. I mean, listen, when Conjuring came out, that was 2014. I was already 22 then. And I remember being like, shit, man, this is pretty creepy. Origin scared the piss out of me. That was 2 years ago. I was 30. Yeah. Scared the piss out of me. So 31. So that's just me. I don't think so. I think en masse, yeah, but is it possible? Absolutely. But it's all, when it's done that good, you can't help but be like, God damn, kind of back up from the screen a little bit. So, yeah, maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I did think, I was like, okay, I'm buying it. I thought the trailer was well done, and it had some jump scares in it. But that hag that popped out at the corner, I was like, God damn, bitch was ugly. That hag did look pretty creepy. So,
were you at all pissed that you saw the trailer? Like, did it all bother you? Like, son of a bitch, I didn't want to see this.
Yes and no. I mean, what are you gonna do? I don't feel like closing my eyes in there or getting up and walking out. It was just, I accept it. So I said to myself, wow, that's coming out soon. I think it was like August or September. And by the way, I don't know if I said it, August 20th for the folks at home is please go see Hell House Lineage. Yeah. But yeah, August and September is going to be fucking, busy, stacked months. So,
well, I mean,
I think it could be better than 3. We'll see though. What's it called? The Last Rites?
Last Rites, yeah.
Sounds like a metal album.
Hey, well then maybe
it'll be new album, good. Last Rites. Hey, that son of a bitch don't age too. I mean, Vera looks good, but she's staying natural. God bless her. She's gorgeous. But the guy, he's a goddamn vampire.
Patrick Wilson, dude. Yeah, I know.
Patrick Wilson looks like he looks the same as fucking Insidious 1.
Yeah, I think he sacrificed something to someone.
Yeah, he's drinking
Because
baby's blood or some shit, dude.
don't get the people started on that bullshit.
Dude.
Um,
Him and
no.
Shatner over there. Shatner's 95. He still looks like he's 58. You know?
Yeah, yeah. No better time than now, then, I guess, to just ask you. I'm gonna get into it. I watched your review when you posted it on Patreon because I was interested to see what you thought.
Uh-huh.
I know what you did last summer, 2025. It came, it went like a fart in the wind. Not really. It made okay.
Did it make any money?
It opened to 24 million worldwide. The budget was 18. So it'll probably end up, when it's all said and done, making about 3 times its budget. So it's going to make money. But obviously, it's not as big as Scream and stuff. Like, it was never going to be that. But I didn't expect it to be such a freaking lightning rod for conversation, dude. I mean, like, it's pissed a lot of people off. And yeah, I think I told you, I had somebody comment on my review like, "Oh, did we watch the same movie? I haven't been this offended by an ending since The Last Jedi." And I replied and was like, "Oh, come on. That's silly. Like, you're being silly." Like,
The ending?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, and by the way, guys, if you haven't seen it, we're going to get into spoilers, but honestly, whoever wanted to see it has probably already seen it. And if you've avoided spoilers up to this point, God bless you, because they've been everywhere. A little more nuanced thoughts from you on it. Like, I was kind of disappointed. You said it was.
Well, I want to hear what you have to say. Break it. I watched your video, but break it down for me.
Okay, so I was throughout about 80% of the movie, I was having a fine enough time. I was a little pissed off that Sony made the decision to kind of cut back on some of the kills. They would cut away, and I was like, I wanted to see more gore. And that was a studio thing, by the way. I asked a couple people, and they're like, yeah, Sony kind of chopped it. So there should be an unrated when it comes out on physical. But so I was kind of annoyed by that. I didn't feel like we got enough Jennifer Love Hewitt, and like that was.
I agree about that.
Yeah, but whatever, it was kind of like Sydney and Scream 5. So I kind of expected that handling for her character. But I really liked, I really ended up liking Danica, the blonde. I actually thought that she had a really good screen presence, and like she was just an actor. Like, you could tell, like she was very good. She had a bubbly personality. The main girl, Ava, she was fine. I didn't dislike her or like her. She was just kind of there. Same thing with the Milo guy. He was just kind of there. Teddy, I actually kind of liked, the kind of like douchebag jock. Like, I kind of liked him. So overall, the
exact same stereotypes in a sense that the original had.
Yes, and I felt like but the thing that was cool about Danica too, kind of like Helen, was like she was the like prissy popular one, but she was smart. She wasn't stupid. Like, she wasn't a bitch and she wasn't an idiot, and I liked that. But it was fine. And then the third act reveal came, and that's when it went more into the, okay, I like this, rather than just like, it was okay. Because I was sitting there for most of it, and I'm sitting there going like, it's okay, but like, I really hope this movie doesn't just end up being okay for me, because like, that's kind of the worst thing when a movie's just like there. And I guess for me, it was just like, well, look, I mean, Freddie Prinze Jr.'s Ray is he's no Sydney, he's no Laurie. Like, doing what they did with him, not only did I think it was fine, I actually thought it was ballsy, and I thought it kind of made sense in the way they set it up. He definitely wasn't a sacred cow, so it didn't bother me at all.
Some people said that they were supposed to do that in the first one, but they stopped and changed it.
Remember, in the first one, damn near the entire movie, they're trying to make you believe it's him. Like, almost the entire movie. Like, even Barry is like, you've got a slicker, and like, where were you at, and blah blah blah, and like, everybody is for a moment thinking it was Ray, and like, so that was another reason why I was like, oh cool, they're finally following through with that. Like, all right, I'm cool with that. But yeah, I liked that reveal, and like I said, and like I watched your video as well, giving that reveal helped explain certain things for me that I would not have bought had they not given me that reveal.
Clearly, like that's, yeah. Somebody said to me, well, that little girl you're talking about is actually 5'10". I said, yeah, brother, she's skinny. She could hula hoop a Fruit Loop.
Yeah, she's 90 pounds soaking wet. I mean,
that's what I was like. Yeah, I said, come on, I don't buy that. So it's interesting, like, right? Because I actually feel that my review is a rare review, as well as yours, obviously, because you really, really liked it. But like, even mine, dude, was a rare. Somebody said like it's interesting seeing a positive review for once, and I said I thought it was fine, but apparently most people hate it. And one of the things I see is just like every character is despicable. I hate them. And my thing is, it's like I really wonder, are we not being harsh enough, or Gen Z kids really like, do they really act and sound like this? And I'm assuming they do, or do they not sound like this whatsoever? And that's another reason a lot of younger people are just like, this is bullshit. Because I do feel that probably Scream, and I Know What You Did, probably tapped into that really well. Because I think Kevin was a young man when he did those, when he wrote those movies. So he was really in it. And I'm wondering now, like, what am I missing? Like, do these kids, are they really that NPC or just fake feeling that nobody's buying it? Like, what's the deal? There's something I'm missing, I feel. Or everybody's either too harsh or I'm missing something. That's the way I feel. And it's kind of hard to admit, but like, I don't know. Because people hate everybody in this movie. They don't buy it.
I
You know
got
what I
a
mean?
Gen
Like,
Z,
that's the
I got a Gen Z sister, and I can tell you, and a Gen Z brother. Yeah, yeah, they're kind of like that. But I'm going to be honest with you. I actually felt like they handled the Gen Z stuff okay in this movie. Like, I've seen movies where it's so over the top and cringe, and like they said some stuff in this movie that was like definitely kind of Gen Z lingo and stuff, but it didn't really bother me. Like,
Mhm.
I don't feel like they paid too much attention to it. And that was good because that's not my generation. I'm not gonna be able to relate to some of that shit. But I felt like it was just enough peppered in there. I honestly think a lot of the issues that I've seen, and you're right, a lot of people really didn't like the movie. And I think the biggest issue I've seen is the Ray thing, and Jennifer Love Hewitt not getting enough screen time and not enough to do. And people just thought it was like similar to what you said. People are like, "Oh, it's cringe." Oh, the characters are cringe. Some of the dialogue's cringe, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's just kind of Gen Z dialogue, isn't it? Like,
Well, I was saying it either it is or it isn't. Like, I don't know where the. But then again, it's like, I think if you see this a lot, like you probably see the same thing with Hard Eyes, even though that was clearly a romantic spin. But even then, you see the same thing. I hate the way none of these cringe ass characters, blah 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 blah. It's a big thing. You hear it all the time nowadays. Is hating these characters with these actors that are playing, 21, 22-year olds. And I don't know, man. The only thing I can tell you is I'm okay with the reveal. I was initially in a moment because, like, okay, thank God. Now that explains how the fisherman was like wrecking shop. The only thing I think I would have changed is Freddie is such a I love Freddie Prinze Jr. I have since I was a kid. A huge Freddie Prinze Jr. He wrote wrestling for a while. He's a big wrestling fan. So always been a big fan of him. But he's a lovable, sweet, passive personality type. And the only thing I wish we would have got is a little bit more visceral anger at the end. I almost wish we would have got like snarls, like they curse a little bit. They fucking want to pretend like like he expressed himself, but part of me was just like, I wanted to be like, no more, give me more, sell it to me more. How fucking pissed are you? I wish he would have went harder there. But no, the twist doesn't bother me whatsoever. If anything, I was grateful that it explained how the dude was fucking people up so bad. Because like this broad was doing this the whole time. I'm not saying I mean, there's Rhea Ripley's of the world that could kick my ass, but it's like, come on, I would have been like, you got to be kidding me if it would have just been her,
yeah.
But I almost wonder too, do people feel like maybe making this a whodunit twist thing more so, maybe a little bit more than the previous ones, in a sense, is like, oh, it's just trying to be like Scream or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, probably.
I thought, dude, it was just a fun film, nothing more, nothing less. I was entertained by it. And, it's like, I don't know. I guess they needed this to be a fucking, landmark slasher film. It's I Know What You Did Last Summer. Even though I like it more than Scream, I don't go around saying, no. I Know What You Did Last Summer is the movie of the late 90s. I just say I like it more. I like the aesthetic more. Scream is the movie. I get that, but I don't think it should be taken as on the same pedestal either. I really don't.
I was just
So
about to say that when you said like it was a fun movie, nothing more, nothing less. I was just going to say that's just what these movies have been. You know, like whether someone prefers I Know What You Did or Scream, I feel like in terms of quality, Scream is a better movie. These movies have always
sure.
been kind of a tier below that, and that's okay. So this movie just needed to be what the previous ones were. And I felt like for the most part it was. I mean, it's my favorite I Know What You Did movie. I didn't love it. I really enjoyed it with this movie, but that's where I am with the first one. And then with the second one, it's a fun time. It's not a great movie, but it's a fun time. So it's like these movies, this isn't Citizen Kane. Like, you know, we've got to understand sometimes. And also the director, like she said in a interview like a month ago, dude, she was like, it's just a dumb, campy slasher. Like it's just a goofy slasher. That's what this movie is.
Mm-hmm.
She was right. Like she was absolutely right. I don't think she tried to sell us high art. I really don't.
No.
And I don't, and that's okay. Like I kind of knew what I was getting. So I was like, all right, like that's the problem I had with, I don't know. Like I have so many movies through. I go back to Jeepers Creepers 3. They tried to sell that shit as high art. The grand return of the creeper. And it was like, what the fuck is this dog shit? So I don't know. You know, the
Very,
effects
very
were
cool that
good.
it was a female director too. I love the fact that it was a female directed film and it wasn't thrown in my face either, kind of like with Black Christmas was. And then wasn't that woman going on the internet and saying, "Well, I don't give a fuck what you think. I didn't make this movie for you."
Yes.
Wasn't she going online? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
This woman that did I Know What You Did. She did no bullshit. I mean, it was a well-made movie. You can't deny that. It was gorgeous. There were scenes that look, especially that shot where you kind of coming up at the kids where the bridge kind of broke or the barrier, that wide shot. There's some gorgeous shots in this.
Yeah.
So she
knew
did
what
a
she was
great
doing.
job. And I
Yeah,
love the
no,
fact that I didn't realize it was a woman directed movie until I saw the credit. I remember that now, and awesome, fantastic. So that's I want more of that.
some people, I did see a couple people, and these are like the you know, some incels on the internet did have an issue with one line of dialogue that was like, oh yeah, and they fucking the slap in the face about how we made that joke at the very end of the movie about how this could have all been avoided if he would have just got, if men would just get therapy. And I'm like, that was funny. Like that didn't bother me at all. You remember the two girls are talking and yeah,
Yeah, I do
like
remember that.
she's
No,
like,
I
none of
think
this
that's
would have
funny
happened
too.
if
That's
men would just get therapy. Yeah.
there's a big difference between that and the mama from The Exorcist, who literally had priests trying to save her daughter's life say they wouldn't let me in because of patriarchy. Like, come on, people. There is a huge difference. Like, bitch, you want to go in that fucking room and get killed by your daughter? I would have said, let her in. Fucking open the door for her. Bitch, go in. Like, you know, it's a big difference there, guys.
Did you not see what happened to both of the priests in the room?
got fucking priests like, God damn.
What
Here she is saying they wouldn't let me in. Oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
you.
Karis got thrown out a fucking window. Like, I'm sorry, but
you know, Jesus, yeah. dude went down a fucking window, rolled down 30 flights of stairs,
broke his neck. Yes,
broke his goddamn neck. Here you are. So I have to push back on that. If people are really saying that is no, that's just a joke, and it's a funny joke. I remember that now.
It's also kind of true. Like, let's be real. Like, yeah. But men's mental health doesn't get talked about enough, and we don't take care of it enough. That is absolutely true.
Yeah, my only thing I would change now, looking back, is Freddie's performance was very much him as a person, I felt, and it probably was like that for the originals too. But if he was really, they should have given just a hint, not a big one, but just a little hint that the guy wasn't right. You know, give me a little Mrs. Voorhees, that kind of snarl for a second where you could see like, oh, like, what was that? Like, give me a little something. Let me so,
you know, like my brother, when he was introduced at the town meeting, I turned to my brother 30 minutes into the movie and I said, he's going to be one of the killers. And he was like, nah, they wouldn't do that. And I was like, I think they're going to. I don't know. There was just, you're right. He was very much himself. It wasn't like they alluded to the fact that he was going to be a killer. But when we found out that him and Julie had divorced and that he was kind of like this bitter man, I was kind of like, I don't know, man. I think it's going to be Ray. Like, I actually don't even think it was that surprising. Like, I really don't.
Fair enough, but I will never say that I'm a good twist guy. But for me, like, he just seemed like concern to me in the town meeting. Like, you guys are pretending what happened, it's going to happen again. Like, I
But that played
didn't.
into his reason for doing it. That
I know,
played into
but
why.
he
Yeah,
seemed sincere and like a lovable guy. So that's why for me, I would have liked to have seen that more grit at the end.
I don't know if
But
Freddie has that in him. You know what I mean? Like you said, he's a very even keeled, sweet guy. Like I don't
maybe
know if he
so,
has that. But you're
that's
right.
just my personal taste now looking back at it. But what really won me over is when Jennifer is introduced in the film, she's wearing a Disintegration shirt from The Cure.
Mhm.
And she is beautiful. She's curvy. I love the fact that she's not like 80 pounds and doing this like supermodel look that everybody's known, this Ozempic. She was gorgeous. I love Jennifer. I loved her since day one. So I hope they do another one just so she can get back on screen and maybe she
Well,
can step up next time.
that tease, man, that tease. That did you watch the mid credit scene?
Hell no, I can't. I ain't got time for. I gotta get up. I gotta get up
Oh
and I gotta
shit!
go, brother. You can
So
tell
do
me
you
about
all?
it.
Oh
I don't
damn!
stay for,
So,
dude. I don't stay for second. That's second. The texts go up. So does my ass.
oh
First
wow!
one out the door.
Oh shit! You missed it.
I gotta
So
piss, dude.
like after they do the credits of every actor's name and whatnot, it goes to a scene and it's Brandy from I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, sitting on the couch with presumably her husband. And there's a news report on talking about the killing spree and how Ray was one of the killers and blah, blah, blah. And it shows Julie and her husband comes up and goes, "Isn't that your college roommate?" And she's like, "Yeah, that is." And she makes a comment about Ray or something, and then a knock comes on her door, and it's Julie, Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she's like, they hug and everything, and she's like, "Hey, like, I'm really sorry, but like, I can't remember exactly what is said, but she shows her a picture how it was two killers, it wasn't just Ray, and the other one's still alive." And Brandy says, "So who we fucking up?" And then the movie ended, and like, I was like,
Wow.
I really liked it because Brandy was a great character in the second one. She's super funny and bubbly. So like her coming back and the setup for the sequel is like Jennifer and Brandy are gonna fucking go after that bitch Stevie, and I'm like, dude, I want to watch that.
If they make another one, I'll be right there. It's just one of those things, man. The audience is seemingly spoke, and they're not buying this movie. So the one thing I will say, and this is just me, I thought the fisherman scenes, bar none, were the best in this one. I love the original very, very much. I really do love the first movie, but I thought the fisherman was like a motherfucker in this movie, man. Like when he showed up, shit was going down. And like when he goes in the house the first night where the boyfriend, the new fiance was like kind of doing his thing downstairs, the girl was in the tub listening to her yoga stuff, whatever. And he came in that house and you hear those stomps, all that stuff was great. To me, the fisherman scenes were money. I loved it. That was definitely my favorite part. So I mean,
It's
it
got
is
a
what it is.
it's got a 39% by critics on Rotten Tomatoes, and it's got a 69% by the audience, which I'm actually surprised by. And then going back to the original's got a 46 and a 41. So this is actually the highest reviewed I Know What You Did Last Summer movie by audiences and the second best by critics. So that just speaks to the quality of the franchise, and that's no ding on it. That's not what I'm trying to do, but it's never been like a darling. So if this is profitable and it looks like after its opening weekend it will turn, a modest profit, why not do another one? But you're absolutely right. The Fisherman was I love the sound design with the boots, man. Like
Oh
it
yeah.
brought
Boom, boom.
weight to that character. Every time it was on
Yeah.
screen, it was like, oh shit. And that's another reason why I was like, there's no way it's this 90-pound chick. There's no way.
No
Even if
way.
you're
Yeah.
wearing steel toes, like that's a grown ass man in those boots. Yeah, no, I liked it. I think this was the best the Fisherman's ever looked. 100%.
I have no problem with anybody's opinion because mine is not worth a cent more than anybody else's. But when I like, if I hear like this is like the biggest disappointment ever, or this movie is like abysmal, it's just like, dude, what? Please show me your fucking standard book. I need to see it. I understand not liking it. I say this wasn't it. I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy this. But to say it's like the worst thing ever, I can't understand it. Nor do I think I even want to. It's like, dude, have
I
your
mean,
opinion.
how many
Just say
times
what
have
you
we
want to
seen
say.
this in our lifetimes, dude? We saw it recently with Halloween Ends. We saw it with a lot of people that I mean, Scream 6 was relatively well received, but there were a lot of vocal people about how much they hated that movie. It just seems like now when these franchises are being brought back, people are just ready to hate, man. Like they're just ready. They're just waiting. And then it's just this hyperbole and this conjecture and this over the top. Oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And yeah, I mean, same thing as you say. It's just like,
It's
dude,
been around forever, dude. The same shit was happening back in the late 2000s. You know, it's I don't. That's why I don't really like watch much reviews or anything anymore, man. It's just like I remember when I did, dude, it would absolutely sway my opinion, whether I wanted it to or not. When I would watch what a lot of people say, like, but when I review a movie, especially when I'm getting ready to see it, dude, I do not watch shit. Not till
nope.
after I've already done mine. Even
Mm-hmm.
just what I remember years ago, just like if Piz reviewed a movie, I wouldn't like I would watch some of his reviews before I'd see it, and dude, what he would say would be playing in my head, and I'd be like, get out, you know. And dude, I don't do it anymore. It's like
And Piz did not like this one. He did not like it. I watched his
he's
review and
I hadn't seen it, but he's on the same. He's probably on the same fence as a lot of people. So
hey,
you know,
I commented on his review and I said, man, I hate that you didn't like it. But I'll still respect the fact that you went out and gave it a chance. You know, that's just kind of how I feel is like, I don't want to hear people bitch and moan all the time about these movies and, but you're not even going to see it. You're not going to give it a chance. You wanted to hate it from the beginning. Like, at least go give it a chance. If you give it a chance and you hate it, I can respect the fact that you gave it a chance, but there's people that I've seen that are like, I wasn't even going to waste my time with this movie. And it's like, okay, well then don't bitch about it. Like, I don't want to hear any bitching about it then because you quote unquote didn't go waste your time with it. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't think that we're getting what.
go please finish because I just had an ADD moment. I don't want to interrupt you. Please finish, and then I'll bring
No,
this
go.
up.
I was pretty much done. Go.
I'm not saying it's going to be good
Oh
at
God.
all, but the trailer for The Strangers Chapter 2 fucking slapped. It slapped. Dude, it fucking rocked the house. It did. You can't tell me the trailer wasn't like they either did somebody either put together the best trailer of the worst movie of all time, or Rennie Harlan said, it ain't 1988 anymore. Like one of the two happened. But the trailer for that movie rocked the fucking house. It was hard rock. I mean, that trailer was, you see them motherfuckers coming down the hallways. You see them look. Oh, it was like, God damn. Now, I don't remember what the first trailer looked like. I just remember watching the movie when I bought it like a dumbass. And I said, this is given. Like, honestly, I think Strangers Chapter 1 is only a step above Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Yeah, it's bad.
And it has
Yeah.
no excuse to be that way. The tone of it feels so amateur and
Mm-hmm.
bad. I couldn't believe how much I hated it. And it's a
Oh
not
yeah.
and at least Jeepers Creepers Reborn has the excuse of not experienced actors, a baby budget, and a director who's a sweet, loving guy, but not exactly Martin Scorsese directing it.
And the weather
This is
and the
Rennie
weather vane.
Harlan. The guy has worked with fucking Sylvester Stallone. Forget Dream Master.
Bruce
Fucking
Willis.
Cliffhanger. Die Hard 2. This
Mm-hmm.
guy has Deep Blue Sea. This guy has scaled the 7 seas. This guy has broken box office records from sea to shining sea. And if you would have told me that he directed that movie, I would have said, get the fuck out of here. So I pray to God the whole plan this time was to make the shittiest Strangers thing of all time. That way he could shock the world with how good Chapter 2 is. Because the trailer was good. Dude. I don't care what you say. It was fucking good.
Look, man, you're right. It does look a lot better. I reposted it on Twitter a couple weeks ago and I said, this looks better. Definitely. But the thing you got to worry about is, did you ruin any goodwill you would have had with the first one? Because Christian, I got to be honest with you, man.
Of course he did.
I found maybe a handful of people that liked that one. I mean, I was really disappointed. I actually kind of railed against that movie in my review. Like I was not a fan. And, it just felt like a cheap Temu ass remake of the first one where everything was set up and expected, and everything was lesser. And it just like, it felt like a film school student shooting it too. Like it was bad, like all around bad. And I don't own that movie, and I don't know if I will. Now, if chapter 2 is good and chapter 3 is good, I'll buy a box set of the 3. I'll just never watch chapter 1 again. And part of me wonders, like, maybe if Rennie's just hands were tied because he kind of had to remake the first movie to start off with. So it was like, maybe he wasn't doing what he wanted to do until the sequels. Who knows? But buddy.
Well, I got a novel concept. How about you leave it all out on the field in one film and stop signing these goddamn people to do 3 movies? Like you got to be an arrogant son of a bitch. And I'm talking about the studios to be like, oh yeah, these idiots will watch anything. Let's just do 3 of them and make a ton of money off of these fucking idiot horror fans. You know, we might have. You know what? We might have to say fuck them and not go. I'm just gonna say it. We might have to. You know what? Maybe we should stand up for ourselves and say fuck it, not go. I'm contemplating it. I'm sorry.
Chapter 2?
Now that I'm thinking about it, you got me on the other side of the fence now. I'm thinking we got to say fuck these studios, say fuck you. Stop trying to give us 3 movies and just thinking you can throw whatever out there. Maybe we might have to boycott it. We might have to, dude. I'm asleep on it.
So we're gonna cancel we're canceling chapter 2.
We might have to, dude, because no, seriously, we have to. Eventually, we're gonna have to stick up for ourselves. Like, dude, listen, this is why I always go back to Paramount. They leave it all out on the field. They throw out Smile. They promote it like the fucking machine they are. People like it. Then they do Smile too. Give us a real movie. You know, Paramount don't do this shit, dude. They leave it all. They don't say, hey, we're gonna do Paranormal Activity 5. They say, hey, we're gonna do another one. Let's just figure it out. Give it hell. Oh, that one made a ton of money. Okay, now I guess let's do another one. You know, let's go back in time now. Oh, that one did really good. Let's do another one. Like, you know,
I'm about to blow your mind here. The budget for Strangers Chapter 1 was $8.5 million, and it made $48 million.
Yeah, because dude, it's a great prop. It's a property that has legs.
Here's the thing: The Strangers Prey at Night made $32 million, so it made $16 million more than the most recent one before that, and it was considerably shittier. Like,
yeah, I buy that because I think The Strangers is an evergreen property. I don't think it dwindles in popularity ever. I think it just continue. It's like a net that's getting pulled through a field, and a lot of things go through the holes, but nothing less happens. It only picks up more. I think it's an evergreen property, so I'm not surprised by that. But dude, I would lick a toilet seat for a Prey at Night again compared to that one we just had. Dude, it was so bad. Wasn't there like a catch-up scene, like a sexy catch-up scene or some shit in this one? I just remember being disgusted by it. I really was I wanted to call up Rennie Harlan and say, you know, you're a real son of a bitch. You know, you really are a rat bastard. This is terrible.
What'd you think about the scene where they're on the side of the cabin and someone's coming in the building and you obviously know it's whoever they called a half hour earlier, just like in the first movie, and he comes around the corner and shoots him anyway, just like in the first fucking movie. I mean, dude, I was so mad.
You know what I would say? I swear to God, I would say this to Rennie Harlan. I'm talking to you. When you got guys scraping together 2 nickels, going in the goddamn woods and filming in a violent nature, and they're making better movies than you with your fucking yuppie ass, got all this money now, you fucking Louis Vuitton, tucked in shirts, pressed collars, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed. Right. I'm liable to get Don Mancini in here to do Strangers Chapter 2. Let him have a swipe at it. Give Don Mancini a shot. Let him put Glenn under the goddamn paper bag mask.
Don, you need to, if you're listening, Don, we know Don's a big fan of the podcast, which is we've always been really big fans of his. Need to get in there. Yeah. Oh God, no, you'd have the strangers pissing themselves and shit. Like,
we're pretty close already, but no, for real, dude. The trailer did look good. I was like, okay, you know what? Now these backwoods guys, they were showing a lot, and that's another reason I don't like trailers, man. Who are these backwoods guys? They were in a cabin talking to the other guy. Hey, you escaped. I just, I don't know.
It's alluding to the fact that we are going to know the stranger's identity, and we're going to know the reason behind why they're doing what they're doing. And it's also alluding to the fact that the entire town is in on it. which fuck all of that. Fuck every bit of that. And I know that's where this trilogy is going. It's going to give us a bunch of answers. And they're no longer the strangers if we have answers for everything. So,
I remember you said they're not strangers anymore. You know they are.
Yeah.
When does that come out? January?
No, September, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, September. Let's see. Strangers Chapter 2. Christian will be in the theater opening night if he decides that he's not boycotting it on September 26th.
I'm taking a bath that night.
You excited? I love how this started with Christian being like, yeah, this trailer, man, it rocked the house. It was a banger. And then it morphed slowly into like, yeah, fuck this movie. We need to boycott it. Like,
dude, I might wait for the early reviews. I'm going to look for the stars. I'm not going to read what they say. We'll see. We'll see if I'm in a good mood. You know.
So speaking of In a Violent Nature, they announced today that the sequel starts shooting in like a month. I never really talked to you about what you thought about that movie. I mean, I figured it'd be right up your alley, but were you a big fan? Were you a modest fan? Where were you at with that one?
Huge fan. I loved it, but I totally get how it, dude. It's In a Violent Nature is kind of like an old early 70s film, like Let's Scare Jessica to Death, for instance. It's all mood, atmosphere. Not a lot happens, but if you get lost in it, you're sucked in it. I loved it, but I totally get how, and I love the ending. People wanted an explosion. I thought it was a great ending. I loved the speech in the car, and I thought it was a gorgeous film. There was a shot in that movie that, God, man, it looks so great on Blu-ray. There's a shot in the film where you see the pond, the white thing, the deck. You see the water and you see the trees. Oh my God, the shot is gorgeous. And then when he goes in the water and he just goes down, and they're at the other end of the pond or the lake and they're swimming and having fun, and you know he's under there slowly moving through the lake. Oh my God. There were some things I would have changed. Like, I didn't want to see his face. The face was a letdown. Did not like the look of him. Wish they would never shown his face. I also didn't like the hatchet style kills because I thought the movie was so serious and intense. I wanted him to just push the bitch off the cliff. Just push her. Maybe break her neck, then push her. But like the behind the back hatchet, Victor Crowley stuff, I feel that was probably either a Terrifier thing to follow up on that, or maybe the guy just wanted to do it that way. But overall, I loved it. Now, here's the kicker. No interest in seeing it done again. If they do the exact same movie again, this movie is no longer special. That's how I feel. They did something that nobody had done before. They did something nobody had really done before. A third person or first person slasher film from the eyes of the killer. But I love that they actually broke from it. If they would have done it the entire time, I think people would have really been like, oh God. But I love when you see the campers in the camp, they're talking, they're, you know. But if they do the same thing again, you just completely took what made this movie absolutely unique. It's no longer going to be the only film that's, you can no longer say, man, there's this movie called In a Violent Nature. You ain't seen nothing like this. It's one of the most unique things I've ever seen. Can't say that anymore now that they're doing a sequel. So.
Yeah, no, I just worry that they're going to do the same thing. I really do, you know, because it's a low budget movie. I mean, you know, the first one was a modest success for these guys. So I would assume that they're probably going to say, hey, let's run it back and let's do what worked the last time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. But yeah, I find this idea I don't think they would have long legs. I really don't. Like, I think that you can do it for a movie. You do it for 2 movies, let alone like 3 movies. And then it's really like, okay, what are we doing? Like you've gotta really switch it up. But I mean, we'll see. Like, we'll see. We'll wait for the first trailer. I'll wait for that, and I'll wait for reviews of it and whatnot. But I remember one of the things I liked the most, I was actually not a fan of the ending. And I talked about that in my review just because I felt like it was drawing out into what seemed like they were setting up a moment, a scare moment, a payoff, and it never came. And I was like, God damn, like, so that kind of pissed me off. But I liked the fact that most of the shit you hear in this movie is like the ambient noise of nature. And like
Mm.
that was really cool because as somebody that used to camp all the time as a kid and as a teenager, like I love the way the woods sound in the summertime at night. Like there's just something about that. I don't know. They
Mhm.
use those ambient noises to great effect in the movie.
They did. They did such a good job on that. Now, here's the other thing. I almost wonder if they're going to approach this movie this way in A Violent Nature 2. Obviously, it's a sequel, but somebody put that necklace on top of that pole on him in the beginning of the movie. Somebody put that thing there to keep him there. Maybe that's what they're going to tell. I'm curious as to who put that there, as to what and as to what happened. I don't know. We'll
Did you
see,
feel like
man.
he was
Like,
basically Jason Voorhees? Because I felt like he was basically Jason Voorhees.
yeah, I think anybody that denies that would be just trying to have an interesting opinion, to be honest with you. But yeah, in a sense, I mean, clearly, not only that, I think a lot of people think it's the video game, like especially like from the third person aspect, and um, the guy had a Kane Hodder build too, whether that was intentional or not. Very much had a Kane Hodder kind of a wide shoulder, wide chest look. Um, I really liked it, man. It's funny because I know they just put out a 4K of it, but I got the Blu-ray with the poster and stuff. I don't think I'm gonna get it because people asked me if I was gonna review it. But dude, it's like I really enjoy. I saw it in the theater too, and it was an experience. And it was 4:3. It wasn't widescreen. It was
Yep.
4:3.
Yeah, I
So it's
saw it in
old
theater as
school.
well. Yeah. It was,
I mean, this,
but I knew that was one of those movies though. Like I even knew opening night when I went to see it in the theater, there was like nobody in my theater, and I was like, I really hope
hell
this
yeah.
makes some money. Yeah, no, it was cool. And it did. It ended up turning a good profit for them because they kept that budget like really
Tight.
low.
Yeah.
And I think all the budget went to was probably the kills. Like, I mean, seriously, what else did you need aside from the equipment to record? Like, I, you know, I
Dude,
dug it.
the hype for that movie, that was a dude. What's the next move? I guess Hell House Lineage, really.
Yeah. Well,
Dude,
no,
I'm really
probably
digging some
together.
of.
Probably together. There's a decent amount of hype behind that one.
No, I'm sorry. I guess what I didn't even. Here I am, just continuing a thought that I didn't even say out loud. But I was like, these kind of like small, super small. I consider them indie because Shudder is kind of a part of it. But these
Yep.
small indie movies, there was In a Violent Nature last year, and then last year there was also Late Night with the Devil, I believe, right? That was last year.
Yep.
God, what a movie that was, man. Late Night with the Devil was something else. And I just, man, that was a great movie to see in the theater. I loved it. I just bought into it. But this year I was like, where are those movies at? And I guess the next one really is Hell House Lineage, of those, indie kind of, but I got a lot of high hopes for this. Because I remember you were telling me you were watching the Hell House films, and I was just excited. I was like, oh, he's gonna love them. 2 and 3, they're not great, but dude, it's actually impressive how they tell a story.
Yeah, I
They
liked
they
3 better
finish a
than
story.
2.
Oh,
I
3
liked
is
it.
way better
Yeah.
than 2. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that guy because he's got the scar on his eye. Like, what the hell's up with this
Mhm.
guy?
Yeah.
But man,
I think that
one rocked the house when it came out. When I saw it the
the
first time, I didn't see nothing like it.
the iconography from those movies is those fucking clowns, dude, and
Oh,
what
that
they
clown
do
is
with those
creepy.
clowns. Yeah, that clown,
I
like,
get
in the
creeped out
basement.
thinking about him. I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah, that actually, it was that scene in the first one where like the camera pans over and like comes back and the clown is like his head's turned. Like that freaked me out the first time I watched it, and the scene in the bedroom. I'm trying to remember, like on the side of the
Oh,
bed,
that
right?
girl with the
Like,
white eyes. Oh my
yeah, yeah,
God.
yeah,
Her
yeah. That
eyes were
freaked me
like
out too.
this. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. And it's like the thing about that movie too is like, man, that looked like a goddamn cleaning supply house. It didn't look like no hotel. Like nothing about it
No,
looked like a hotel, but you bought into it, and they just went for it and they made it. And I always hear, whenever I think of Hell House, I always hear that dun 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 dun, like keyboard thing starts playing in my head. But no, man, I remember we watched that movie. I saw us 2 and 3. City didn't watch those with me at first. I think she eventually saw them. But I remember, man, I just got to say it again. I love talking about it. Halloween night to 2023. I was taking a nap I fell asleep at like 6:30, and I woke up at 9. So he's like, "Hey, let's watch something. It's Halloween." I'm like, let's put something. What do you want to watch? He goes, just put on Halloween or whatever. I know you want to watch. I said, no, I want to watch something else. And I was like, oh, that Origins movie came out. So we put that on. And I remember I fell right back asleep, my ass. But there was a part of that movie where Sydney actually came over. She tapped me on the shoulder. She goes, Christian, get up. I was like, what? She goes, this movie's freaky. Like, you got to see, this movie's actually freaky. So Origins, God almighty. So that's why I'm so excited for this movie, man.
Did you restart it?
Yeah, I restarted it, and then because she had me keyed up, because City don't get scared about shit. And maybe she wasn't scared, but she stopped the movie. She tapped. She's like, well, you gotta wake up. Like, this movie, this movie's creepy. You know, so yeah, I think Hell House may be one of my favorite found footage films of all time. And that clown, I love Terrifier, but I love the Hell House clown more.
I'm happy for you. Like, that's a franchise that you love, and like, it's the little engine that could, man. They keep making movies. Like, I give this director credit. I can't remember though. Did they say something about this being the last one?
You know, who knows? I think it's a prequel. So, you know, if it is, it is, but I hope not. If they make more, man, I'll be right there.
And if they're still good, why stop? You know what I mean? Why stop? Like, I don't know. It also, these budgets, they're not even $1 million.
Stephen Cognetti's the director's name too.
Yeah,
they're not big budgets. They're not big budgets at all. So, you know, we'll see. Like I said, August 20th, I will be there with bells on. I don't care if I got to have a damn, you know, I don't care what I have to have. If I'm still sick, feeling like this, I will be there. There's no way. That's like a month from now. If I'm still feeling like shit, I'll be in the hospital.
You hoping for a popcorn bucket? Clown head?
You know what? I would for that. Dude, I got to stop with these damn buckets. Shit. I got the damn Tyrannosaurus from Jurassic World. Brought that thing home. I said, man, what the fuck am I going to do with this? You know, so I got to stop. I have to stop. My buddy got the purple man. Son of a bitch is gigantic.
Yeah.
$80 bucks. But the funny thing is, you know, I think there was a misconception that it doesn't hold any popcorn. That thing is hollow down to the very bottom of it. He said it holds 80 ounces of popcorn. Like, so you could fill that. He goes from the top of the dome, it goes all the way down. It's hollow. So you could fill that bitch up with popcorn. So I'm not getting that thing, but it is funny, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing it for every movie now, man. I swear to God, every time I go to the movie theater, some of them are just, you know, your typical, like, I mean, if I just
the best one's right there, Ghostface. That's the best. They started with that one. That was the best one. It was a perfect size. They sold like hotcakes.
I like Billy as well.
Saw's good too. Billy's good too. I got two of them. I got the big one, and it's funny. I got the little one too, and some jackass who put this one on put this eye on a little too far to the right. So he's
got a lazy eye. I have that too, but it's on top. It's on top of my movie shelves. That's the cup, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then like
I heard they might be doing a Saw, right, with Blumhouse.
Oh, they are. They are. We just don't know if it's going to be like a reboot or
they got to reboot it. They got to.
You look at like Mission Impossible. This one was just iconic scene from each movie. Yeah.
It is cool.
Like some of them are crazier with detail than others, but I mean, on this table, on this bottom shelf, I have a bunch of lined up next to each other. But
there you go.
Yeah, I gotta stop buying them too. But yeah, no, I mean they're doing another Saw. I mean, I think the reason that they haven't officially like announced something in production yet is because I think they probably are meeting with James Wan and they're kind of deciding what they should do. If they should just reboot it from the ground up, if they should make a sequel. I
know who we need. I'll tell you exactly who we need. I think you'll agree with me.
Who?
Dr. Gordon. It's time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's time. That's the only thing. So
you want a sequel to the final chapter?
Sense.
You want a sequel to 7?
You could call it whatever the hell you want to call it. I think we need Dr. Gordon back. I think it's the only thing that makes sense. Legitimately makes sense to me. It's time. I think that's the only way you go. We have to somewhat move on from Tobin. I hope he lives another 10 plus. I really do. But we have to be realistic. We have to. I think Carrie would do a. He was great in one. I mean, he was fantastic in one. Some people think he overacted. I'm like, what are you talking about? The guy was in a goddamn bathroom with a fucking hook on his goddamn foot. What do you expect him to not be freaking out? What are you talking about? So I think it's time. I think if you bring him, do another one, you got to give Carrie the job. You know, I think he's right for the job. It's
I
time
don't.
too. People cheered in the theater when they saw him in 10. I was there. They were going. I don't know if they were standing up when he showed up.
Oh,
They said,
are
"Where's he been the whole time?"
you talking about Hoffman?
No. Carrie L was the
Oh yeah,
actor.
yeah.
Dr.
You're talking.
Gordon.
Oh well, you said Saw 10 when he showed up in 10. Or did you mean were you talking about with
Saw
the final
7. I'm sorry.
chapter? Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I keep Saw X. So what? I'm sorry. Yeah, I keep thinking that was the 10th one. Yeah, no.
I
Saw the
know.
final chapter when he showed up. People were jumping up and down. They were going nuts when he showed up.
Oh yeah. Well, because I remember those days back with the message boards and all this shit where everybody was like, every Saw movie that would come out, the theories always were it's got to be Dr. Gordon
This
behind
guy,
this.
yeah, he's behind
He's
this. He's doing this.
yeah, because like who could perform a surgery like this? Who could do this? And it's just, and where did he go? You know, we found out where everybody's fate in these movies always, but we never found out his. Like that, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But come to find out, the reason was because Cary Elwes was pissed after Saw because he felt like Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures screwed him out of money that he felt he was owed for residuals because of how well the movie
He
did.
probably
So he
was
basically
owed money.
said, yeah. So he was basically like, fuck y'all. And the only reason they got him back for 7 was because they were like, hey, we'll give you a fat ass check. And it's like, all right, I'll do it. Yeah, dude, give me a sequel to 7.
You could, all you have to do is film a scene, but film a scene that would take place between 2 and 3, right? And it's just Dr. Gordon behind the scenes with his peg leg. You know, he could walk, he's got a peg leg. Him and Tobin, and Tobin says, I'm giving you the keys. You're going to oversee all of this, but you're going to be behind everything. They're not going to know. You're going to watch everything. That's all you got to do right there. And then the script writes itself. I mean, that would get me excited. I mean, you want to get me excited, you got to bring back Dr. Gordon. That's what I want. I think that'd be fantastic. And it's right there. The guy's ready to go. Carrie's he's not old. He could do it. It'd be perfect. And I loved it. I loved how he kind of when you saw him in 7, he kind of had that. He kind of like, his whole demeanor changed. He had like that that super villain voice. Like he got like, oh, dude, it'd be great. I'd love it. I would love it if he came. That's the only thing to me that would be like, oh, let's do it. Let's do it. But I wouldn't want to know about it. But I'd have to know about it nowadays. You know how the movies work now. You'd know about it the day he got announced.
Well, if that's what you want, you're in good hands because I don't know if there's a studio out there right now that likes to bring legacy characters back more than Blumhouse.
Jason. Yeah. I mean,
they love it,
dude. I hope they do it. I could see Blum being like, we'll figure out a way to get Wahlberg back in this. Give us a minute.
Oh, dude, Donnie
2.3.5.
I was pissed. I was pissed when Donnie's head exploded in Saw 4. I remember when it was revealed that he was alive still. I was like, yes, let's go. I love Detective Matthews.
People were groaning in the theater when his head smashed, dude. Dude, you got to admit, like, listen, I respect your opinion on the Saw at 10. I do. I mean, I understand how I feel. I understand how you and most people feel, but you have to agree to a certain extent that the shades of gray in the first 3, 4, 5, even 6, really. Hell, you could say up to the shades of gray.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the shades of gray, that's what made the series really what it is. Like you could go back and forth. Sometimes you could watch it and you can say Kramer's out of line. Like he is out of line. And then other times you can watch it and say, you know what? Fuck the system. It fucked him. He's doing what, dude, it's brilliant. There's not a lot of movies you can watch that do that. Devil's Rejects is one of them. People could say what they want. Sometimes I'm with Wydell, man. His brother was killed. He wants these motherfuckers. And other times I'm like, come on, Otis, like let's get through it. That's dude, I love that you want to win me over. Let me decide. Don't give me superhero, supervillain. Give me who's less shitty,
I
who's
don't.
more right in the situation. I
I,
love
I
that.
I don't know. I mean, I think it's still there in Saw X, man. I mean, yeah, they fuck him over, but like he's still torturing and killing them. Like it's
Yeah, but
still.
those people were horrible.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
so
this,
was the
this
insurance guy in Saw 6. He was a horrible person. Like
you're
I didn't
right. You're
feel
right.
bad.
But by 6, I think by 6 I agree. 6 is tone wise close to 6 tone wise was close to probably X in a sense, but there were still moments in 6 where innocent people in those traps were legitimately dying and they were sucked into the system that was brought into the insurance stuff. Like, dude, the best scene. I argue you to give me a better moment in X than when that guy goes, "You fucking look at me when you're killing me, you motherfucker. Look at me." Oh my god. Do you remember in the theater? I was just like, mind you, I was the only one in there. By 5, there was like 40% of the crowd. 4 was packed, but by 6, I just remember sitting there and I was like, God damn, it was painful. So that's the shades of gray I'm still talking about. These guys, these people were just trying to make a living. They were part of that system. But dude, the first 3, God almighty, I just
Yeah.
love it. I love it. People got
Yeah.
to remember Danny Glover was in the first one. Didn't he live or did he
Well,
die? Danny Glover.
no, he died.
Son of a bitch.
God,
God damn.
and you know what's funny
Danny was
is I don't
great
know.
in Saw too.
I don't know if you knew this. They were gonna tie that all together with Spiral. The initial idea for Spiral was that Chris Rock was gonna be Danny Glover's son.
Bring Danny back.
Yeah. Well, you froze. There you are. Did you hear me?
I'm back. You saying Chris Rock
Okay.
was going to be Danny Glover?
He was gonna be his son, and that was the initial idea for Spiral. Is that
Oh,
yeah. Yep. So that's how that was going to
I'll be
tie more
damned.
directly to Saw, and they decided not to do that because I think they said that the timeline wouldn't work out or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, that would have been more connective tissue to Saw. But look, here's my thing: like you're talking about the shades of gray in those earlier movies specifically, and like you're absolutely right, dude. Look at Saw 3. What did Jeff do that was so bad? He's an alcoholic that is pissed at the world that his kid died. I mean, who the fuck wouldn't be? Like, I mean, it's just, and he's like, all right, well, I'm going to
Right.
put you in a fucking game. And it's like, Jesus Christ, Jigsaw. Like, I mean, this guy's you're kicking him when he's down. And then Saw 4, Riggs. What's Riggs' big
That
problem? His obsession. Like, okay.
dude, it's just Three's traps, and that story is brilliant. It's like every person in those traps were the next step in letting the justice for the kid, not happen. This one didn't testify. This one could have done. Dude, it was brilliant. Oh my god. Those
Yeah.
movies, they don't get enough credit. They really don't get enough credit. Those
No.
movies, they made you think. And, but the problem is people just watched with their eyes. They weren't listening. And, even me to a certain extent, dude, I was that way when I was in high school watching the goddamn movies. But when you're older and you're like, oh my God, man, it's just like, those movies will get reevaluated again one day. I'm sure in 4 or 5 years, you'll see Bloody Disgusting and all these news sites saying, Saul was trying to tell us something, but nobody was listening. I can see the headlines now, So,
Well,
God, man,
we
I think
we
I'm
were.
ready. But
Oh,
what do you mean?
oh
We were
shit.
ready?
We were listening. We were listening. Nobody else
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah,
A bunch of people were calling it torture porn, but we were listening.
yeah. I mean, I would say, and it kind of is, but like it also, dude. But that's just one aspect of it. But God, man, I just love those. I love that series so much.
What's going to be
We'll
your
see what
Halloween watch
happens.
this year? Your October watch? I know every October you say you try to go through a franchise you haven't
A
watched in a couple
franchise.
years. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What was last year? Oh, you know what I watched last year on Halloween? I watched The House is October Built. I love that movie.
Hmm.
But franchise, I think I did, what did I do? I wouldn't be surprised if it was actually Saw again. I did Saw. 2023 was Paranormal Activity. 2022 was The Purge. This year, what am I gonna do? That's a good question. I need
When's the
something I can
last time
sink
you
my teeth
watched?
into.
When's the last time you? This is a dumb question. I know you wouldn't do this, but like, when's the last time you watched Nightmare front to back?
Well, it's actually a perfect time to do that considering the 4Ks are coming out. So that would be a great one to do. So I'll
But the
probably,
remake's not
honestly, I'll
in there,
probably
is
do
it?
that.
It's not in there, is it?
Unless by some, so I'll give you an exclusive. We're supposed to get the announcement on the specs and the artwork. This will come out before then. So my guy told me that, hey, this weekend at the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, San Diego Comic-Con, that you were supposed to get specs on the box set and the look of what it looks like revealed this weekend. So people be on the lookout for that. That's what I was told by my person. So we'll find that out. But no, I don't think the remake's in it. But dude, I'll tell you what, I got it right here with my lenticular slipcover. And I don't skip it. If I do a marathon, I'll watch it. So
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The episode, it was funny, dude, because when you brought me in on Saturday night, I saw like two people in the chat. One person was like, "Oh God, I do not want to hear Nick defend Halloween Ends." I was like, "All right, I won't do it then. Fuck you guys." And another guy, he has a personal vendetta against me. Shout out, his username is Taint Smasher. Shout out.
that's great.
He literally he was like, "Oh God, Nick sucks." As soon as you brought me in, but it is because he made the claim a couple weeks ago that I like certain movies just to be different, and so I was like, "Nah, dude. I wish that were true. I wish that was my shtick, but unfortunately, I have videos on my channel at like 15 years old defending some of these movies. So I don't know. That was the impetus for my video today about like, just do I have bad taste in movies? Like, and obviously the overarching like answer there is going to be, well, no, it just depends on who's
Yes.
asking the question. But I said that. I said, but maybe I do. I was like, maybe I do. It just depends on who's asking the question. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean. So yeah, that was funny. It's it's interesting. It's I don't really care though. I do know that in some circles, Christian, like I'm aware, like people talk shit about some of the movies I like. I told you a couple years ago how somebody had said something to Dead Pit on Twitter about Uneeda or whatever, and he's like, "Is that the one of the guys on Dead Pit was like,
Is that the Elm
the
Street
show?"
guy?
Yeah, the show that Christian
Elm
does
Street
with the guy
remake
that likes
guy.
the Elm Street remake. Yeah. And I'm like, God, dude, like I know that there are people that are like, oh God, this guy's opinions suck. But
No,
whatever.
dude, it does make me laugh that, and I really think it's more so the movie, not you, but like it does make me laugh. I can say, listen, guys, I really enjoy the Friday remake. To me, it ages better every year. And I don't, you know what, there's moments, Christian, but I don't agree. I just think it misses the mark. I think it's a cookie cutter film. And there's blah, 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 blah. But if you say like, no, listen, I enjoy the Elm Street remake. I'm not saying it's great, but I do enjoy it. That is way worse than me saying I like Friday. It's weird. It's like, I really think it's that movie. It has to be the most hated one. It has to.
It is.
It has
absolutely is. It's even more hated than Rob's first Halloween. It's got to be. I mean, you saw the chat. You saw the chat on Saturday.
I think at this point, yeah.
Those MFers in the chat were going like, "Oh God, they better not a single motherfucker better put the remake too high, or I swear to God." And it's like, oh,
I'll have to watch this again. Maybe I'll watch it this year. So,
if you're doing a front to back of the franchise, you better watch that shit and do a revisit.
I won't. Oh no, I don't skip it. I need to, dude. I had such a good time doing my revisiteds. I think it was 2 years ago now for the Blumhouse movies. And I remember I was watching them. I watched them separate. I didn't watch them back to back. I waited a couple days. And it's like, dude, they're fine. Like watching them individually, they're fine. But visually, I don't know how anybody can say Ends isn't the best. Say what you want, but visually, it's just clearly the best one. God, dude, that cave stuff is brilliant. I love it. I really do. I don't care what anybody says. Like, it is so fucking gnarly, but those greens and the textures and stuff, I fucking love it. I fucking love that shit so much, dude. So
Yeah.
sue
Yeah. Well,
me.
you just
Sue
pissed some
me. I don't give
people
a fuck.
off. You just pissed some people off. But hey, I mean, it's
No, they'll well, watch. They'll say in the chat, they'll be like, no, I agree with Christian on that. And you'll be like,
it's
God
when
damn
I
it.
say it. Yeah. It's when I say it where it's like, oh, listen here, dumbass. I'm like, okay. Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I remember you doing that series, and that was a fun series. And I've been thinking the last couple years, dude, I'm like, why has Christian not done a revisited of at least Nightmare 2010? Because like he's the Nightmare guy. Like people would want to hear if his thoughts have changed at all on the movie. And I don't
I
know.
know.
I want to see that. The answer is going to be no.
I'll do it.
His
I'll
thoughts
do
are
it.
not going to change. I know they're not going to change.
Well, I'll be fair. I'll be totally fair. I think I should do it before the box set comes out because that's gonna keep me busy. I'll probably do separate. I'll probably do like, I'll do a review of the set and look over it, but then I'll probably review the titles two at a time, and that'll keep me busy. Hopefully people will be interested in that. But I think if I do the remake, because I doubt it will be included. They didn't put it in the Blu-ray or anything, but I should probably do that now. Especially, I should probably do it this week or watch it this week because pretty soon, I think next week, I got the Texas Chainsaws coming, the remake and the prequel, so that'll keep me busy that week. And I should probably get to it this week, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, maybe tomorrow I'll watch it. I got it right here. I got to pull it to the side. So
He's gonna
here, I even
watch
put it
Nightmare
in
on Elm
front
Street
of.
2010, guys.
I even put it in front of. I scared Jessica to death. There we go. There it is, right
Why'd
there.
you have that out? What was the reason you just had that out?
The Nightmare
Yeah.
or Let's Scare Jessica to Death? No, it was right. The Nightmare was right there. I could find it. I could reach it and grab it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I was gonna
Yeah, it's
say
just right here. I have a shelf. I have a shelf right off screen.
it's a pretty sick
So
poster, isn't it? It's a pretty sick poster. I like the poster.
yeah.
Good
I mean,
font.
yeah, I remember seeing the poster at the theater. It's the same exact font as the Friday remake too.
Yep.
What is that? I don't know what that is, but it's
I know what the fuck.
identical. I remember I got this at a Blockbuster in New Orleans. I had it on Blu-ray, but I didn't have it with this, and I saw it, and I was like, "Mom, can I get that?" She's like, "God damn it, Christian, I'll get it for you though." So I remember getting this at a Blockbuster in New Orleans. We were visiting my brother. So I don't know if that's worth anything, but
What did you think when you saw that in theaters? Like I want to know, were you higher on it when you first saw
I
it because
loved
you were
it.
just happy to see Freddy back?
I loved it. Yeah. I was high on it. Same way like Halloween was. I was high. I just don't buy it when people can see a landmark movie of a gigantic character and just walk out and have the opinion that they would after being able to sit with it and study it and live with it for a while. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like when I got out of the theater seeing that, I was like, fuck, dude, that was fucking Freddy. That shit was great. And first off, I don't care what no motherfucker says. The score for the remake is 10 out of 10. Steve Jablonsky is a god, always has been, always will be. He pisses gold. So his music for that movie is phenomenal. Just listen to it on YouTube. Just listen to it. I'm talking to the audience. I'm sure Nick does. It's in his rotation at work, for God's sakes.
At work. Yep.
You know. But
You know what?
no,
Fuck
for real,
off.
like, the music is 10 out of 10. No, it's just so funny to me.
Christian,
Just
I've talked
imagine
to
seeing you
people
walking
about
around
this.
at your
Yeah.
job and
Well, here's the thing. Nobody's there when I do it. You really think I'm turning on Halloween Ends score on a fucking speaker back there?
do you have the earbuds in or is it a JBL? Is it the
Oh, it's
JBL
the
playing Logos Kill?
It's the JBL, brother. You got Logos Kill on the JBL, and I'm just like, hell yeah.
Nobody says, man, what the fuck are you doing?
Nobody's there. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's there. I don't do it when people are there. When people are there, I'm listening to like music, but like, no, I mean it. I don't know. I have all of those on vinyl. All three of the Blumhouse scores on vinyl, and I just think that those scores are fucking bangers, dude. Like they're good. They're really
they're
good.
great. They're great scores, yeah.
But
they're phenomenal scores. You know,
I don't know. Christian, he makes fun of me for listening to scores at work. You know. You don't listen to horror scores ever? Like you never find yourself on a jog and you're like, let me cue up the Phantasm theme.
You know what? Maybe every blue moon. But honestly, maybe I should try it. Maybe I should just give it a shot. I should just give it a shot. I should just put on the Halloween 2018 score and just set sail late at night and just see what happens. Like maybe maybe it'll do something to me. So, but no, I'm a music from the motion picture guy, man. I love that shit. I love associating songs I love with movies if I find it from a movie. Like I'm weird. Like I'll pull up the Rob Zombie soundtrack and listen to "Don't Fear the Reaper" that way, as opposed to just pulling up Agents of Fortune. Like I'll do shit like that, just so I can see the artwork. Yeah, I'll do shit like that all the time. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
listen to
don't
a lot
know.
of just OSTs while I'm running or working.
It'll change your life, man. It's gonna change your life. Once you start doing it,
Yeah,
you're gonna be like,
maybe
wow.
it will.
I've seen the light
Maybe it
now.
will.
Oh
You
man.
know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I get it by fair amount of shit, guys. You don't know that I send Christian like videos of me at work sometimes of the
I
score
just
I'm
get a kick
listening
out of
to.
it.
And he literally every time is like, that's just wild to me. Like I don't I don't know why you do that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Dude, a score that's
I'm gonna
great to
have to
listen
try it.
to is
Now I'm gonna try. Tomorrow I'm gonna try it.
a great score to listen to is Philip Glass's Candyman score. That shit is so fucking good, dude. I listen to that shit all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That would probably be a really good one to listen to. Um, dude, Hellraiser has a great score too.
Yeah, it
I
does.
love that. The theme for Hellraiser is just so fucking good.
Hellraiser
Um,
2022 has a really good score. He like Ben Lovett like reworked some of the classic themes. So like they're the classic themes, but he's got like his own moments and it feels very like anthemic. Like I think when I think of it, I think of like H2O with what John Ottman was doing, where it felt very big.
oh,
Hellraiser 2022's feels like that too.
I gotta rewatch that one again. I watched it the one time, basically when it came out. I have not watched it since.
Did you get a
I
bootleg
wonder if I'll
physical
like
of
it
it?
more. I guess we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I can't reach it from here, but yes, I did.
Okay.
There's people
Yeah.
out there. You get on Etsy, no problem.
Yeah, I had some people asking me if I was
Um,
gonna get one, and
but yeah, I need to
I haven't
rewatch
done
that
it.
one. Oh, it's just, dude, I don't get what the fuck is going on with Disney, Hulu, whatever the hell that they're not putting these movies out. It's just nuts to me. They would sell so well. Or let Scream Factory, like, dude, the fact that Barbarian is stuck on streaming is criminal. And the guy that produced it actually said that he like a company filmed special features for the movie like right after it came out in theaters. Like I remember him on the internet talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, we filmed interviews and making of stuff. We have footage of all that. So if it ever gets a disc, we're gonna have plenty of stuff on there."
That's
So
another thing that I was gonna ask you about that we haven't talked about yet. You were talking earlier about movies coming, about things to look forward to. Zach Kreger's new movie, Weapons. Dude, I have no idea what to expect from this fucking thing, but it looks insane.
I don't think I've seen a trailer for that. What's it about?
It's We don't know. That's the thing. It's like Barbarian. Like nobody really knows what it's about. The only thing that we know is that like one day an entire classroom of children disappeared. And then like everybody is saying too it's a lot like Barbarian. It's going to be a
Oh
movie
shit.
that's going to be like just wildly different in each half and it's just going to go like it's the same director too.
I'm in. That sounds fucking great. I think I remember hearing about that now. Yeah, that sounds fantastic. When does that come out?
August 8th, I think, is when it comes out. I'm pretty sure. If it's yeah, it's either the 8th or the 15th.
God damn it. Fuck me, dude. That does sound really good. God, this August and September are gonna be stacked.
Yeah, another thing we're getting from San Diego Comic-Con is we're going to get more footage apparently of it Welcome to Derry. And I got to be honest with you, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. I love Skarsgård as Pennywise. I'm looking forward to that.
I hear you. I'm still not. I'm not saying it's not gonna be good though, but dude, TV shows. I'm not even saying that they're not good because a lot of times when I give them a chance, if I just have the day and I say I'm gonna watch this, a lot of times they end up being great. But God, dude, they're just the time investment. If they do it where they drop it an episode a week, I'll be all right with that. But I don't know if they're gonna do that or if they're just gonna drop an entire season.
It's HBO
I prefer
Max,
they do it once a
so
week.
it's HBO. I think it's going to be once a week. That's what they did with the Penguin, once a week.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then it's manageable, and I can actually look forward to it then. But then again, I'm not going to look up anything. I don't want to see anything. I'll just when it comes out, remind me, and I'll give it a shot because I'm sure you'll want to talk about it. And if that's the case, I'll definitely watch it then.
I am in the process currently, everybody, of compiling some information about what Spirit Halloween is going to be rolling out this year because, dude, it's crazy to think about it, but we need to start talking about Spirit because it's July 21st. So here in a couple weeks, Spirits are going to be opening across the country. And I kind of want to get a leg up on everyone and find out what's coming before they open. So I'm trying to do that. Mainly
Please.
licensed stuff. I'm trying to find out what new licensed stuff they're going to do, Halloween, trick or treat, all that kind of stuff. But I'm also trying to figure out what the theme is this year because every year they do a theme with their ISEs and whatnot, in-store entertain. I can't remember what it stands for, but yeah. So once I know more, I'll tell you, Christian. I'll probably have some answers for you tonight. I mean, is there anything that you have a question that you want me to ask, like a specific IP? Are you wondering? Are you guys doing anything for this or that?
Yeah, definitely anything Halloween related. Halloween related for sure. And Halloween 3 is a universal property, which clearly they can get because Halloween 2 and 3, everything like the pumpkin was a big seller last year. Those Halloween 2 pumpkins, people love those. I would just love to find out what new things they're going to have for Michael Myers Halloween. And if they're ever going to do anything Halloween 3 related, I feel like it's the perfect. I feel like it's time for them to do something Halloween 3 related. They have never done it at Spirit ever, and I think eventually it's going to happen. I'm just wondering if this is going to be the year. That'd be my number one thing.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll definitely find out. I mean, every year they do something new for Halloween. They always do something. My local locations never got, or if they did get them, people had just called ahead to reserve them a couple years ago. Was it the H2O pumpkin, like the statue kind of thing? I think it was H2O. It was either H2O or Curse.
Yeah,
I know you have it. Yeah.
Well, it was licensed as a curse. It's got the curse pumpkin, like at the end of the movie. The pumpkin looks great, but it's clearly like Michael from like the original or H2O. Like the Michael doesn't look like the Halloween 6 Michael at all. It's just a pumpkin looks like Halloween 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't get that at my local locations, and I was pretty pissed off about it. But yeah, I'm sure they'll do something new this year. The only thing is, I'm just wondering, like, this isn't it is a fair question to ask, man, and I'm just curious. Spirit is already pricey. I just really hope none of this tariff bullshit is going to make this stuff even pricier. Like, because I know a lot of this stuff's made in China, and I don't know.
Well, I actually talked about that last week. I have a buddy, you know who he is. I'll tell you off air, who's a manager for one, just a store manager. He's not like a suit and tie guy or anything. Like he can't tell me what stuff is coming. But he said he had like a meeting and he said, Christian, it's not looking good. I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, they didn't do the flagship store because they ain't got nothing new to showcase yet. They can't get it in yet. And then the stores are probably going to be a lot of restock shit from the last couple of years. And we can't promise, or we're not going to really promote too much too early because we don't know if and when we're going to get some of these new products that we have up until possibly October in the month to actually get it in stores. So he goes, it's probably going to be a lot of just the same old this year. And I was like, God damn. And he said it was 1000% because of the tariffs. So, because that's what they told him. He's like, it's not looking, which perfect timing. They're trying to do a goddamn Christmas store. So that'll probably take a fucking dick in the ass. And we probably won't be getting any Spirit Christmases this year. Like, honestly, we're probably just not. Like, that is putting a massive, yeah.
I wanted to see
that's what he told
Spirit
me,
Christmas,
and he's just a
man.
manager. I do too, dude. Like, fuck, I really want. It's funny because I saw video footage of one from last year, and what made me fucking die laughing is a lot of it was still like Michael Myers shit. There was like Michael Myers Christmas Halloween wreaths. I was like, oh, so it's like, I was like, okay, so it's like that.
Yeah, but that's sick. Like, I would put a fucking Michael Myers wreath on my front door. Like, hell yeah.
I would too. But that's what it was. It was like fucking Michael Myers Christmas trees and shit.
Yeah, and I remember when they announced it, even though I knew it was only a handful of stores across the country last year and it was basically a trial run. I remember telling my son about it. He was so excited because he loves going to Spirit. And I was excited too, dude. And like, I just, man, I don't know. We don't have enough. Like, Christmas is the largest holiday, like just consumer holiday. And yet we don't have like locate like a store that like everybody goes to get Christmas shit. It's like, because every store does Christmas, but like you would think a store that is dedicated to Christmas shit would do fucking buku bucks.
Dude, it's like there's a store in Michigan that when I was visiting there, I forget the name of it. It's a world famous place, but it is this Christmas store in Michigan that is open all year round. It's a mega store. It is always packed. I remember we went in like September. It was wall to wall people. So yeah, it would be huge if they could do it. The timing's right because it's just like people love decorating, getting all their tchotchkes now. It's just, I don't know, man. It is literally the worst possible timing with all this tariff stuff. Like, it just really is, because yeah, a lot of that shit is made overseas.
Yeah, that's gonna
So
hit physical media.
I don't know.
Too.
Like, I'm kind of just like not really. It has, I know that there were tariffs on some of the import stuff from like Orbit DVD and others that they were. It was like a $5 tariff charge. I remember people were sending me screenshots of titles they were buying, and there were tariff charges on it. So yeah, it sucks. Hopefully that shit goes away, but there ain't no way around it. It sucks. It sucks ass.
Have you seen any of your like Spirit stores about to pop up? Because I've been seeing the last couple days people are posting pictures of like the front door that says like, oh, opening soon. I haven't seen them yet in my area, but I don't know. Have you seen yours?
No, I know where they usually have them in my big town 30 minutes from me, and I'm hoping it'll be in the same places because I love the location. One of them is in a Bed Bath and Beyond, and it's a big, big, big store. So I never have to worry about brushing shoulders with strangers too much because there's a lot of room. They had one there last year, and in Shreveport, they had it. Honestly, I don't even remember where they had it in Shreveport. That one in Shreveport moves place to place every year. They can't just like every year. It's like they find a new abandoned fucking building to use. They were using a Kmart for a few years, and I loved it because it was like, oh man, it was nice to just be inside the Kmart again. But yeah, I mean, I haven't seen anything yet, but I'll have to when I go back. I won't name the smaller big city near me just because there's weirdos out there. But when I go drive out there again this weekend, I'll have to go look at the spot and see if they even have the signs up yet. Because I remember months ago they were talking about, yeah, we're gonna get it ready early this year. We're gonna be open in August for most of these stores. So I don't know. We'll see,
Well,
dude.
I mean,
We will see.
Wanted to ask you before I think it might be me having latency issues. There's like a 3-second delay when I start talking before you can actually hear it. So, but I mean, we're coming up on an hour 45. But before we wrap, I just want to ask you, aside from the obvious ones, aside from Nightmare, aside from the Texas Chainsaw movies that you're getting next week, what are some other physical media releases that are about to drop that you're like really foaming at the mouth for?
Great question. I don't. Well, there's silly ones. There's Mac and Me coming to 4K. But in terms of horror, oh, what am I saying, dude? The biggest one of all time, Night of Living Dead, 1990, uncut for the very first time, seeing footage that nobody's ever seen. Well, some people might have seen it. They have those bootleg VHSs from back in the day. But Tom Savini's gonna recreate the intro he had in mind for the movie, which is a brand new edit. Night of Living Dead 1990 is arguably as exciting, maybe even if not a little bit more than Elm Street. I can't even lie to you. So it's got to be Night of Living Dead 1990. That is going to be gigantic when it comes out. I literally can't wait. It's going to be a way the movie has never been seen before. So I am fucking so jacked for that. And that comes out September 23rd. So people are ready for it. I'm ready for it. I can't fucking wait. And who doesn't love Night of Living Dead 1990? It's fucking great already. So I can't wait to see it uncut.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say with the physical media that we have coming down the pipe up until the end of this year with the Texas Chainsaws, Night of the Living Dead, the Elm Street box set, I think there's a good chance that you're gonna be knocking on 50K's door.
I'm good. I'm sorry.
By year's end. I really do think so. I think you're gonna probably get to that 50,000 subs by year's end.
Oh, thank you. I mean, if it happens, cool. You know what? I'm just chipping away every day. You know, it is what it is, man. I do the best I can, and some months are really good, some months are slower, but it's all about just staying focused, trying to cover stuff that is topical for me, and keeping up with stuff and having fun. You know, it was crazy the other night, man, to have 300 and something people during that live show. It's just fucking nuts, dude. It was standing room only for that. It was just like, wow, I've really gotten to that point, you know. So I'm blessed, man. I really am blessed. So
yeah, well, I'll definitely be checking out all the reviews that you do for all of those 4Ks especially the TCM ones, because I didn't pre-order those. I mean, not to get too much into detail with everybody, but long story short, up until I have the court date on August 1st about custody with my kid, which is when I should be awarded time with my son finally after almost 6 months. Up until then, the temporary order that was put in place for child support went into effect until we can get into court August 1st. So they're garnishing over $300 from every one of my paychecks. So that's fucking awesome. That we can't do anything about that. So we have the court date. Now that's going to change at the court date because she lied on her financial affidavit. That's why she's getting that much. We she doesn't know certain things that we have, like her bank records and stuff. So that'll be fun. But until then, I'm having to pay over 300 every paycheck in child support. On top of that, I had a root canal done, and then tomorrow I'm getting my last wisdom tooth done, which is another $500 out of my pocket tomorrow. So it's just like, it's been a lot financially recently. So I definitely was like, I saw those 4Ks,
yeah,
and I was like, I want them, but I need to hear from you first. Like, I want to know they're worth it. And I don't know if you know the specs. I'm sure you know the specs on them. Are there any new features, like special features on them?
Oh yeah, I mean Marcus and Spell is going to be all over it. I know he's doing new interviews. They're going to have a lot of people involved. They've listed them too. If you go on Arrow's website or just look them up on Amazon, you can see. But yeah, there's new features, and Marcus cleared up a lot of stuff on the Friday 4K. When they put the remake out for Friday last year, or was that this year? Maybe it was this year. Yeah, I think it was this year. But then they put out the Friday 09 4K. Marcus told the whole story. I didn't know this, that when they were shooting the intro scene, they shot that first. And a lot of people say, God, the movie just feels like he was checked out of the movie. I'll even say it. Piz said that a lot, religiously would say that he thought Marcus the Spell was checked out of the movie. Then Marcus in this interview says, yeah, we shot for 2 weeks with this cast we had. Then this one girl refused to go topless for the scene, and the scene called for it. I respect it, but we had to recast and completely start from scratch and shoot all that shit over again. And so we were behind the 8 ball the entire time of the movie. We didn't have time for shit. So we were flying through the movie. I'm like, okay, well, that makes a lot more sense to me than being just checked out of it. And that wasn't just Piz. A lot of people were saying that, but I thought that interview was very telling for Marcus's relationship with Friday 09. So I expect no less with this. I think he's going to give great interviews. And dude, he's proud of those movies. I see him on Facebook all the time. Marcus is always talking about Texas Chainsaw 03. And I think he agrees that it's his best of those movies he's done. So I'm sure he's going to give a great interview on that. I'm looking forward to it. But I'm really looking forward to the beginning. I hope that one just rocks the house on 4K, and there's great interviews on that. Fucking love the beginning.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you guys know where to go over the next couple months for sure. Christian's going to be covering all that stuff. And so if you haven't bought it yet and you're waiting to decide whether or not you should, you'll know here soon. And thanks everybody for stopping in and listening to another episode of the podcast. We literally just bullshitted. Like, this was just, let's just kind of talk. Let's cover multiple topics. I don't even know what to title the episode. I think I'll title it something to do with Saul, because I feel like the bulk of what we talked about was Saul, right there in the middle. But who knows? We'll see what I think of.
We did talk a lot about Saul. Yeah.
But yeah, so guys, Christian, before we go, you got anything you want to say?
Yeah, first off, they're doing a different kind of internet in front of my house. They're literally digging wires out in my front yard right now. So that's probably why I have a delay. I do apologize. But at the bright side is Wednesday, I'm getting fiber optic internet. So my internet is completely changing Wednesday, I think. At least that's when they're installing it in my house. So they're literally doing a bunch of shit in my house right now. So that's probably why I have a delay. I apologize, people. But as always, thank you guys for watching. We were supposed to try to go live, but it didn't happen. But maybe we'll do it in a week or so for a live Uneeda. So just stay tuned, and I'm sure that'll happen relatively soon, maybe next week. So thank you guys for watching. As always, 4 years and counting.
All righty, guys. Yeah, appreciate y'all stopping in. I'll touch base with Christian about that live, and we'll get that going here soon. As always, leave a like on this thing, man. Subscribe. Share this with your buddies, your dogs, your cats, like whoever. We're a pretty good horror podcast. I see people posting stuff sometimes like, "Oh, we made it in the top 100 horror podcasts for this website or whatever," and I'm like, "Dude, we kick your ass." But so yeah, show Uneeda some love, and until next time, we appreciate y'all, and we'll catch you in the flippity flip. So sayonara.